Hey everybody, it's Lon.TV. We've got another unboxing today. I just got in the Pixel Fold the other day. This is Google's foldable phone, and this is actually the first foldable device that I have had in my possession. And what we're going to do in this video is unbox it, and then I'll come back with a full review a little bit later if all of you are interested in hearing my thoughts on it. So let me know down in the comments section. Now, as I unbox this, I do want to let you know, in the interest of full disclosure, this came in free of charge from Google. However, they are not paying for this unboxing or sponsoring it, nor are they reviewing or approving it before it gets uploaded. And all of the opinions you're about to hear as I unbox this are my own. So let's get into it here and unwrap it and see what it's all about. It definitely feels heavier than your standard smartphone might because it has two screens on it. You've got one here on the front, it looks like, and then it opens up to the dual display here. And there is definitely a crease that's visible even when it's folded out. You can kind of see it reflecting there. I'll give you another angle on it. So that's something to consider here. It doesn't go completely flush like you would hope it would, I guess, but it's just kind of how this works. I have seen some foldables like the Lenovo PCs that we saw at CES that do look pretty good when they're opened up, but this one definitely has more of a crease than I thought it would have. Well, let's boot it up and see how it looks when it actually turns on here. So it is a bit distracting for me, but I kind of like the idea of having something that is phone size and then can fold out. It's not all that thick, but definitely thicker than your standard smartphone might be. So there are some size penalties here, but you've got the ability to kind of get yourself a nice little tablet screen here as you go. So I'm going to get this thing set up. And while it is setting itself up, let's take a look at what else is in the box here. They do give you some tips on how to keep the screen from going south on you here. They want you to avoid contact with sand, crumbs, fingernails, or sharp objects that could get into the crease and cause some damage. They also advise you not to remove the pre-installed screen protector, so be aware of that. There's nothing inside of these little tabs here on the side. Here is our instructions and warranty information and our SIM popper for popping out the SIM card. And then you've got your USB-C charging cable and your OTG adapter. But as you'll note, there is no power brick in the box here, so you have to have a USB charger in order to charge your new Pixel phone on its USB Type-C port here at the bottom. Now, the specs on this are very similar to the specs on the other Google Pixel phones. This has a Tensor 2 processor. It has 12 gigabytes of RAM, and this model has 256 gigabytes of storage. There is no SD card option on it. The fingerprint reader is located on the side of the unit. That's how you unlock the phone. And there you go, we're in. And you can see what it looks like here. It's an OLED display. It looks very nice here. One thing that I am noticing, though, of course, is when I have it up and running, that crease is very visible there in the center. Although when you're looking at it dead on, it's not as distracting, but it is there, and it's something that I think will bug those of you who want a very clean surface here. But it's kind of cool to be able to go from kind of your standard smartphone screen here to something a lot larger. There's also a lot of cameras built into this. So in addition to the camera that you have on the front here, which is something you typically see on a smartphone, you have another camera inside right here. So you can do your Zoom calls or your Google whatever calls on both the front cameras here, depending on what orientation you're in. And you've got three more cameras here on the back. So you've got the 48 megapixel camera. You've got the ultra-wide camera that runs at 10.8 megapixels, and then there's also a telephoto lens that is also at 10.8. And we'll take a look at all the camera systems on this when we do the full review. So overall, pretty nice here. I'm going to spend some more time with this, though, to get a feel for it, to see how it might work out in my particular use case. And again, there is definitely a crease here, so if that was something you were concerned about, it will be on here all the time. And it's not something that's going to kind of get worked in over time. It is always there, but it does look okay when you're looking at it dead on. But we'll spend some more time with this and have more detailed thoughts in my review that is coming up soon. Definitely let me know down in the comments section what you would like to see. I know a lot of people got these ahead of me, so I don't want to repeat what you've already gotten from other reviewers. So if there are things that you want to learn about, let me know, and I will try to cover that in the review. That's going to do it for now. Until next time, this is Lon.TV. Thanks for watching.
This channel is brought to you by the Lon.TV supporters, including gold level supporters Brian Parker, Chris Allegretta. Hot Sauce in Video Games. Logic KGR. Tom Albrecht. And Amda Brown. If you want to help the channel, you can by contributing as little as $1 a month. Head over to Lon.TV/support to learn more. And don't forget to subscribe. Visit Lon.TV/s.